Not today, pal. Not today.
Thanks for coming.
Hi, guys.
Look who's here. We got Drea de Matteo for the people who are just listening. Thank you so much. And by the way, we're in New York, which is amazing.
We're in New York.
just such a
Don't
different
fucking say
vibe.
New York.
That's how I listen. I'm fucking born and
Don't
raised
say
in the
it
city.
right.
Don't tell
Just-
me how to say New
He's
York.
never lost his accent.
You
didn't
have it. Oh, but
Yes,
you're from
I
Jericho.
did.
You should have a heavy
I
accent.
used to. With the first 2 seasons of the show, particularly the first season, that was real. That's how I
did?
spoke.
I can't remember. You were a
Yes.
baby.
But I was like, it was very meta of me to like try to lose her
Yes,
New Jersey
you don't-
accent, which we both did together.
lose the Italian heritage.
Yes.
So what? Catch people up on what the fuck is going on in
What's
your life
Drea's
these days.
life?
Because
My life. I
it's-
want to talk about what just happened last night.
yeah. So people who don't know, we went to like a 25th anniversary special at the Tribeca Film Festival, and it was David Chase's
It was
premiere
a documentary,
of his documentary.
right? About David and his life and the creation of the show, which you were a part of. You were a big part of the documentary.
I was a part of the documentary because I think I was the unexpected character that he wrote. I was never meant to be on the show. Like
Right.
I think there was another character. I think Stevie's character. They said that he was going to write that. But when they met me, I guess I need to interview David. You guys got to interview him today. I need to grill him and ask him questions because I don't really understand how I ended up having that part on the show. Because he did love me, and I know that.
He does, and he did, and it was very cool to watch the documentary and we told this to him, like, I didn't realize how much of his own life really influenced his art and the show in particular, and it feels like he has, and last night sort of kicked into gear this like nostalgic, like different feeling about us and the show. Like if he really felt very moved by not just like what Sopranos is, but the group of people. Like he really felt that last night.
Yeah.
I mean, we all did.
I had a hard time watching you last night. Watching you be a part. She's going to start to cry again. Oh my God. It was.
You know how to get me there.
You were so. You looked the way I always feel inside. I mean, I guess I was the big crier on the show all the time. That was my fucking role, was to cry. And that's crazy because I'm the loud-mouthed asshole now that's crass, and I'm just like you. I was you, now I'm you.
That's good.
But yeah, watching you last night, anytime they asked you a question, I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking break down. And I'm trying to like keep my shit together because, and not to bring the house down or anything, but my mom just passed away, and just seeing everybody there and everybody aging and everybody getting older. Like, it's just it was so bittersweet last night. And yeah, I felt sad.
I did too.
I felt fucking sad, and I didn't want to admit
sad
that.
last night. I really did, because I think that I don't think that's going to happen again. Getting us all together like that again.
No, it won't happen.
It really,
again.
like, it's always been like, it was the 20th anniversary, and like, well, who knows when we'll see each other again. But you always knew there might be some little thing. And after this, like, what else is there to tell?
50? What is it, 50 years? No one's going to be
alive.
I might not be here.
Right.
I mean, I 100% won't be here.
You will. But, what else? But after this documentary, too, like, what other stories are there to tell?
It's true. I mean, there's a lot. There's so much more, actually, which I also was like, wow, there were so many. That's what I realized watching it last night, too. I was like, what stories will they pick? Because there are so many stories.
What do you feel like wasn't told?
I don't know, actually. I don't really know. I couldn't like put my finger. I'd have to really think about it. But there was still, and we didn't see the end. Did you guys watch the end?
No.
I didn't see the end.
No, and I heard it was great.
I heard the ending was good too. We can't give it away.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to watch it. But I was surprised at how I get bummed out about one thing, and I'm just going to say it, and maybe this will make people go watch it even more because people like these things. But I do get bummed out about the continuous portrayal of Jim.
I'm
I
right
can't
there
help
with you.
it.
I don't like it.
And I wasn't tight with him. You guys had a much deeper relationship with him, But I also think that at the time of his death, he wasn't the same person.
No.
Like, he had shaken the character. And I also think that talking about how he was morphing into that person is not
It was
fair.
unfair. It was very unfair.
He's not here to tell his story. And I'm not putting down the filmmakers or David or anything, and you guys can edit the fuck out of this if you're
No,
afraid.
we won't.
But I feel like he was so much more than that. And I only know that because I'm so close to Deborah Lynn. And I guess I get really protective of her. Deborah Lynn was Jim's wife when he passed. And he has a daughter, and she's just graduated from 5th grade. Like,
Oh my
she reached out to
gosh.
me today. She's like, Lily just graduated from 5th grade, and sent me all the pictures and her singing and like all this stuff. And I didn't really know Jim that well. I mean, I knew him, obviously. It was a long time ago, and we all partied. That's the thing that makes me crazy, is that we all played these crazy characters on this crazy show that was super dark. Like, when they killed me off on the show, I was ready to go. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I was ready to go do a comedy. I could not put myself in that position of crying to that degree, because I think in those days we all probably, and I mean, I know you don't really act anymore, but back then my process for acting was not what it is today.
What was it then?
I was insane.
Like what?
I was her. I was everything that show embodied. Like, there was no separating me from the character. I went home with that character. I came back with it. I just, and I
Do
think
you
a
think
lot
that's
of us
changed
were like
because of kids?
that. I think that my acting was everything. Like, I loved what I was doing, and being on that show was my first real job. And Michael was like my mentor, and watching him work and having to rise up to be just like everybody else there, I just really took it super seriously.
Yeah.
I grew up in the theater, all that stuff. I don't know. I never really felt that way on any other role. I tried to get it back for different shows. I never felt like I could do what I did on The Sopranos anywhere else.
Well, we said they were, and David was saying, there was like this synergy, this alchemy, this like, he kept saying like this lightning, like channeling that was just happening on that set from every angle, every space, every role of that everyone fulfilled in creating that show that was inescapable. Like, we all felt it. And I think that, I think Rob maybe did it right of just being like, no more, because it's like you feel like you're trying to find it again. You're like, is it me? What is it? But it's just, it was a really...
It's like being with the love of your life, and then all of a sudden that love's gone and you can never find it again. That's how that show felt to me. I'm gonna cry.
I've
right
chills.
Well, like
now.
even like Jamie talked about this with David, where it's like for Edie Falco to say, "Yeah, playing Carmela was easy for me." Like, that's insane, because it was such a
But it was.
difficult role. But like Jamie said, she was like, "I believe every word she's saying. That it was so easy
I
for her
watched
because
it be
it's
easy
Yeah.
for her.
yeah."
No, because the writing was, it was all right there.
And like David said, it was everything. It was everything about everything, you know. If even with Jim, like, sometimes what was going on in the scene, he would walk onto set differently, like the way
Yeah.
he would just walk, he wouldn't be hey and hugging you and this, if and like I know you even said yesterday that like when you had to get thrown around and beaten up, like your harness broke. I'm like, they gave you a harness? When I would get thrown around, they just fucking threw me around.
Harness.
Because I was fucking 12-year-old fat kid, but
You're a man. I'm a girl. I was a
Yeah.
girl. They had to take care of the
Yeah.
girl. But I was
Yeah.
like, no, you got to go, because right now I'm ready to go. Like, you need to destroy me in front of this camera. So
Yeah.
it's real.
But you're right. There were so many of us. There's so many ways the story could have been told. There's so many stories that can be told. I can't really think of many shows. I mean, I guess Matt Weiner's Mad Men had a very big cast too. But like, our cast went on. Like, we had a lot of series
Yeah, I don't
regulars.
even
No wonder
know a lot of
HBO was like,
people.
we're done. We can't pay this many people anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look. It wasn't like we were getting paid that much
This is
money.
true.
Let's be fucking honest here.
And apparently, and they addressed that too.
Yeah,
in
people
the
think
doc.
that we're real fucking rich,
Yeah.
but
I think the documentary was very honest. I think people who love the show are going to love it. I think I agree with you. There's we feel protective, rightfully so, of a man that was incredibly protective of us. And so I think
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Damn. And he was really protective of you too. I mean, the way you guys protect each other now. I hate you too. Watching when I'm behind you and I watch you guys walk down a hallway, I want to fucking bang your heads together so hard. It's kind of when I was with David recently, it was the only thing I could talk about was the way you guys. Now I will cry. The way you guys take care of each other, the way I see you like hold her up when she's walking, like it makes me crazy. I love it so much.
Well, we're so bonded, you know. We're so bonded. We're trauma bonded. We're
gonna make
things.
Robert cry.
No,
Come on, we gotta make him cry. Somehow.
I gotta be here to hold you guys up.
Have I ever made you cry, Rob?
Come on, Robert.
No, I don't think so. I
Fuck. Who has?
I think there was there was a moment last night where I definitely could have.
Really?
Yeah, a few times.
Watching
yeah.
it?
Watching it. One time when we were doing the interview, yeah, just thinking about everybody, thinking about, it's sad.
Yeah,
but then
last
I go,
night
you're a
was-
man. You're a man. Don't cry.
Don't cry, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was very, very intense. It was very beautiful.
It was intense.
It was all the things, but
I can't wait to watch it at home. Because when we would watch The Sopranos at the big premieres,
yeah.
I couldn't vibe with it. I couldn't vibe with seeing all of those characters on a big screen. But when they came into your living room and they were in your house with you, that was the show.
It was
That's
more
why,
intimate.
That's why everybody comes up to us. I mean, TV stars on the street, whatever, they feel like they know you. They live with you in your house. People are like, how do I know you? I'm like, because I'm in your house with
That's
you.
right. You're so right.
Living room.
Movie stars are bigger than life. But like
Yes.
TV stars, they feel like they have ownership because it is
Yes.
such an. They're watching you in their bed.
I know.
You
And I'm
know?
like,
Yeah.
then they're always like, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry I bothered you for all these years. I was in your fucking house. I mean, you want to come up to me on the street? That's cool, but I was in your house.
Yeah.
You know what
You
really
know.
moved me about last night was this feeling of like, when we're all together, like, you know, when you're in this business and things are whatever, and it's like, you always feel like people want something from you. And when we're all together, I never feel like anybody wants a fucking thing from me.
Yeah.
Nothing. They just want me to be me.
Yes.
And that's it. They want you to be there. They want you to be there. They want you to be present. They want to laugh with you. They don't want anything. And nobody ever, you know, obviously it's like when we have podcasts, it's like when I invite you and I invite David, it's like, if you think, exactly what I say is like, if you think you would enjoy it, love for you to come here. If there's one part of you that's like, I don't want it, like, don't come.
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel like I want anything from anybody except for like, hey, we love spending time together. If you want to pop in here, great. Because it's such a great feeling to be with 20, 30, 40 people who feel like family, who want not a fucking thing from you.
Yeah. I mean, you were the baby. He was the
Right.
baby, not you.
He
right?
was the
He was
baby.
the real baby.
I'm the baby, yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite podcast to do. So it's never like, I gotta do a fucking podcast.
Right, but
I mean, it was hard to get me awake
that's
today.
it. I was just gonna say, see, we
But
we
for you
are
guys.
we are
Same for
very
Rob. What do you mean?
we are very much alike. Where today I had to wake up at fucking 8 a.m., which for me is insane. But
I couldn't
sometimes
believe it.
Jamie's like, hey, Zolo, our producer's right here. He'll tell you. Sometimes Jamie's like, can we do 2 p.m.? I'm like, oh, it's early because I gotta wake up to poop, and you know what I mean.
like my days winding down at that
Yeah,
time.
Jamie's like thinking about what to make for dinner, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh, my alarm's going off because we got a pod.
The life of a bachelor. Listen, I'm normally like Jamie. I'm up at 6 a.m. taking the kids to school.
Yeah.
But this New York schedule I'm on right now, we are waking. I have teenage kids. They will
They
sleep till
sleep
fucking
in?
2 o'clock.
Oh my
Hell
god,
yeah.
that's so
But they
great.
always slept in, even when they were
They
babies.
did.
They
You're
slept
so
in.
lucky. My kids,
Yeah.
my kids will sleep in on a school day when I gotta wake them up. But on a Saturday, well, they're old enough now that I'll wake up at 7 and find them already, like, you know,
Doing their own thing.
in their Xbox land. Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so what the fuck has been going on in your life
Yeah,
lately?
tell
Because I
us about
feel
your
like you were very like, you know, you lived in your haunted house on the hills, and nobody, you know, everybody left you alone. You were doing your crazy thing that you'd always do. You're burning shit or whatever the hell you do.
What are you
Seances.
talking
Oh, she's
about?
crazy.
You're not a
Look at her.
witch.
She's
I'm a
nuts.
You're a hippie. You're
Yeah,
not
she's
a
crazy
witch.
hippie. But you go there. What's going on? But then I feel like in the last.
Now I walk around with a gun.
Right,
I don't
well,
walk
that's-
around with incense anymore.
What
now I'm
happened
loaded.
was-
You need to move to Austin.
we're always catching up, and one day when we were catching up, you were like, "You don't know what's going on with me," And I'm like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're like, yeah, things have just exploded. What? So
Have I not been on the podcast since then?
No. So
No.
can you tell us what happened? When did everything change? All right, Jamie, this is it. This has been what? Zola, what is this? Like 2 months in the making?
Oh yeah, man.
we went back and forth on this a lot. We have our first official piece of merch. And Robbie has no hat on right now. But now Robbie's.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, it looks so good.
know,
Oh,
I
it looks
mean-
good on you. It's dope.
Come on. We're supposed to read this and sell these. I might just keep them all.
Yeah. Good.
This is fucking. Oh, I love this.
It's so good.
Yeah, this
the
is
colors
good.
are good. I can't. It's gonna look good on me. I hope it does.
Yeah, let's try it. Go to
can't wear it with this
store.ymhstudios.com and you could grab this hat. We're pumped. Thank you, Zolo, for helping me with it. And yeah, thank you for the who were the people responsible for making it?
Brendan over at Slingshot e-commerce kind of oversaw the whole thing.
Thank you, Brendan.
Way
yeah.
to go, bro.
Looks great.
Love it.
So yeah, that's it, guys. Go grab the hat if you want. If not, here's the rest of the episode.
Investing can feel intimidating, and people usually don't know where to start. I think a lot of people think that they need a lot of money to invest, and that's actually not true. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for your future. You don't need a lot of money, like I said, or even expertise to invest with Acorns. In fact, you can get started with just your spare change. Acorns basically recommends an expert-built portfolio that fits you and your money goals, and then it automatically invests your money for you. I cannot think of an easier way to set yourself up for your future and your future kids, except if you're Rob. So head to acorns.com/nottoday or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. This is a paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Just a few important disclosures at acorns.com/nottoday.
I mean, you're afraid your show will get canceled?
give a fuck.
No,
Talk
we're not
about it?
afraid of a
I don't
single
give a
thing,
fuck.
Dre.
We're almost there anyway. Just go.
Listen, it's not like roles are the easiest things to come by when you're 50, and they want you to play between 50 and 60, but I don't really fit that mold.
You don't.
So that I don't fit between 30 and 50 either, 30, 40. So I'm like in this nowhere's land
Yeah.
sort of thing. I was playing a mother when I was 30 to a 22-year-old on Joey. Like everything was so backwards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't, but I always worked. Even though the jobs were few and far between, a series would always show up, land on
Right.
my doorstep, and I took it. And that was it. I never really went looking for things. I never really tried to compete for things or audition for things. They would just find me and I was fine. So I just always had faith that was going to be my life. And then COVID happens and I don't save money. I am a single mom. I take care of 2 kids. I took care of my old lady who was my family's housekeeper. For people who don't know my story with that, I took care of the woman who was my nanny for many years.
Monkey.
So I never took jobs if I didn't have to. Like I only took them when I knew the money was going to run out. That's the way I lived my life. I didn't care about being a career celebrity, a career
Yeah.
actor, and especially after The Sopranos, I felt like, man, I achieved it all. Like when I was a kid, I had dreams of like Scorsese and Coppola and all these amazing, I probably said that wrong, Italian directors. And then when I worked with David Chase, I was like, I just want to work with Abel Ferrara because he's a freak, and then I'm done. I'm good. And I got both of those things out of the way, and I just never cared about it. And then I had kids. And when I had the kids, as much as I wouldn't go take jobs because of Monkey, because she had a heart transplant. So the reason why I never traveled for roles was because of Monkey. When her heart transplant, she was always sick. So throw the kids in the mix. Again, I had no money left by the time COVID came around. So everyone's like, take a forbearance. And I took the forbearance. I shouldn't have done that. When they wanted me to pay them back, which they told me they were going to defer those payments. This is all government fucking just mania. Take it, we got you, you're covered. I called the mortgage company, why am I getting foreclosure letters? Don't worry, you're good, you're fine, you're not going to get foreclosed on. And they foreclosed on me. And when I went to pay the money back, I realized that I was paired up with all these different insurance policies that weren't even paying my insurance. $80,000 a year policy, a $50,000 per year policy that are not even covering my home.
What were they?
What are they covering?
They were like leftover policies that I'd pulled out of, like weird, just weird. And then when
Yeah.
you're tied into a mortgage company, before you can dispute it all, you're in foreclosure.
Yeah.
So I went to a family member and I said, "Yo, can you help me?" My house flooded at the same time. The
Of
house
course. Of
fucking
course.
flooded.
We have a sponsor who tracks all the apps you're subscribed to and like that you pay every month, and they let you know, like, hey, you remember that you could probably use them.
Wait, what is
They-
that?
You know, like if you're like, let's say you have Netflix, Hulu, this, that, and like, let's say there's some service that you got a year ago that you forgot that you have. It like tells you
What's it
all
called,
of the
Zola?
services that you have.
Rocket Money.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Rocket Money, yeah.
This is one of your sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would have been great for your mortgages.
Wow,
the
Robbie,
it's
all
a
your
Rocket
insurance.
Money.
See, you're good at ads.
Oh yeah, Robin just did
Good
an ad.
job.
I don't know what
Good
camera to
job.
look at, but
I
Robin
don't know
just
if
did
they're
an ad.
sponsoring this week's pod, but
Yeah,
hopefully.
we got to
Is
get
it
them back.
Rocket
Get on the
Money?
horn.
Rocket
Get on
Money.
the phone, Zola.
Rocket Money.
Yeah,
To the fucking moon.
Yeah, so they tell you, hey, like, you know, because I imagine, you know, you sign up for fucking Netflix, you sign up for this, but with you, it's insurance policy.
Yes.
yeah. You need
Because
that.
when you live in the hills and they won't insure your house, and all the insurance companies pulled out of California, which is another why. And you probably experienced this too before you guys left. I mean, you can't insure a house in the hills now.
yeah,
For
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Because they're going to torch that shit anyway at some
Yep.
point. Our own
Right.
people.
But here's
Are we canceled yet?
But again,
Just kidding.
No, we're good. We're still good.
Here's the thing. Not thanks to Rocket Money. We're good.
Yeah,
But
thank
here's
you.
like a lot of people didn't get the vax and they were fine. Why did your life blow up?
Because I had no money.
Right,
you
but I'm
couldn't
saying
get
what,
hired.
but what
She
was
couldn't
the
get a job.
No,
I
what I'm
couldn't
saying,
work.
what was when did you finally come out and fucking speak out?
Oh, well, I mean, to backtrack just a little bit, like I got dropped by the agent. I got everything was just, I think more than
Because of
coming
the
out and
vax?
speaking. Yes, because there was no way to get me
Work.
work. But she would probably say I couldn't get her work anyway. But everybody's got their fucking story.
Yeah.
But I always worked. Bottom fucking line
Yeah.
is I've never had a problem. You know, yeah, I run out of money and I'm like, I got to get a job. And the job comes. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. 3 years of being, but anyhow, everybody was using fake cards, people who weren't going to get vaxxed. And we had one just to go to dinner, you know, just to like take the kids out so they could feel normal again.
Yeah.
And I took them to the theater, I remember, to see like Hamilton or something. And we felt like we were hurting the world.
Like
it was-
criminals.
we felt like criminals. It was so fucked up. And I think it was just all the feelings that came with it during that time and, you know, cleaning the house to show it, knowing that was it. That was the last thing we had left. We were packing up my mother's house in the Hamptons where that was our house of memories. I'm not crying, everybody, for people who aren't watching and just listening. It's my voice is cracking.
And you know what's what you say is like we felt like we were hurting the world when you weren't. It's like I feel like the people who really are fucking hurting the world never have that feeling.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they never
It's
have
like
the
a
feeling of,
narcissist
man,
never
we're-
wonders, am I a
Yeah.
narcissist?
Yeah.
I was
like-
so worried. Like because I didn't know, but I had done enough research to know that this isn't for us right now until I understand it more. Anytime, you know, just researching anything. I mean, we have this information highway
Yeah.
and you're not going to use it. You're just going to say okay to the government. Like that didn't work for me. I just felt like there was something not right. So I did it and I uncovered as many rocks as I could. You know, because my kids are like, Mommy, what's going on in Ukraine or Russia? And I'm like, well, how do I answer this? I don't really know. So you have to learn it. And then once you learn it, you have a different opinion than the rest of America because then it's just a completely different opinion. So that's what was going on in my household. And I just started to get really sick of the intense lying all over the place and everybody hating each other and all the division and all that stuff. And the bottom line is we were going to lose our house. So the kids jokingly said to me, why don't you just put your feet on OnlyFans? Because I have nice feet. And I was like, oh, maybe.
We're gonna need proof
I got nice
of that. Are
feet.
you wearing? What are you wearing right now?
I got some
Alright,
dirt.
covered.
These are
I'll give
really
you-
stinky,
Right now.
dirty looking sneakers right now.
I'll cut you some slack. If you were wearing something that was easily to take off, for the viewers in Rocket Mortgage, Rocket
Rocket
Money,
feet.
for Rocket
That's
Feet.
right.
Rocket toes right here. But I don't know. We had ideas of doing a podcast, me and Robbie, my boyfriend, on OnlyFans and that we would talk about politics and what was happening in the world. That was really the original goal. But we knew that would be a slow burn. We did it. We wanted to do it there because we wouldn't be censored, and
Right.
everything was being censored. I mean, we have no freedom of speech anymore. You guys know how crazy it is out there. If we were to take this podcast in a whole other direction, in the land that I would start talking about, you guys wouldn't be aired.
Well, it
So-
would be aired. We just have to go to a different platform.
We have to be on Rumble.
Yeah.
So this is an ad for Rumble now.
right.
But
But what with something that you were saying is like I think what the media was so good at in that time was making anybody who had questions feel bad. Where it was like you would come out, you would be like, hey, wait a minute, I have a question about this. And there would be a group of people who just from what the media was doing be like, if you're asking that question, you think this. And you're like, what? No, I'm asking a fucking question.
Yeah, you were
Like,
completely put into a box.
yeah, and it was like I talked about this before, but like there's a time where like, you know, if somebody said to you, "What do you want tonight? Chinese food or Italian?" and you were like, I think," and they're like, "No, you want this." Like it's
Yeah.
like people were jumping down your throat to tell you what you were thinking. I don't know. It was
because it was
fucking
politicized
really-
and then weaponized.
Well, people are getting their news from TikTok.
Not even. I mean, you know what? Right now, I would trust the news from TikTok before I trust the news on the fucking television.
Yeah, I mean, well, TVs. If you're still watching the news on TV, that's yeah. I'm with you there.
God, TV used to be so cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what was so interesting? I'm going to backtrack for a minute. David talking in the podcast and yesterday at the Today Show thing about how the show was about American society
Yeah.
breaking down back then.
Right.
And we thought it was breaking down back then. Was that I forget who was in office back then. Was that like the Bush administration? I don't even know.
This episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Casino app and have your favorite real money casino games right at your fingertips. New customers who use our promo code NOTTODAY and play just $5 will receive $55 in casino credits instantly. You can choose from over 300 real money games like slots, blackjack, roulette, and live dealer games whenever you want. With more real money games added regularly, DraftKings Casino is changing the game with new ways to play. I've talked on the pod all the time. I'm a gamer. I love it. And I love this casino app. DraftKings Casino has awarded over 100 million in jackpot winnings. And if DraftKings Casino isn't available in your state, check your DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, where you have a shot at winning cash prizes all season long. And rest assured, DraftKings is safe, it's secure, and it's reliable. So head to the DraftKings Casino app right now, sign up using promo code NOTTODAY, play just $5, and instantly receive $50 in casino credits.
But it was breaking down.
Yeah,
back
because
Yeah,
then.
Bush was
'cause it was
during
huge.
9/11.
Yeah.
That
It was.
Yeah.
But David saw what was happening. You're right. He's a psychic. He said in your own episode
Yeah.
that he's a friggin' psychic. But I never really thought about that. And when I was doing my podcast on the show, that's what we were talking about a lot, was American society and how the show is still relevant to what's happening in America today. That was because I didn't have the deep relationships with everybody that like Michael and Steve had. I was going to call him Stevie. So we were focusing more on like American culture and the Sopranos kind of stuff. So it was interesting to see that. But anyway, back to my sensational OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's all Robert wants to talk about.
No. I actually
No.
I actually really wanted to know like what because there's this like it's very like black and white where people go like, oh, you're either a Biden or you're a Trump and you're a this and there's nothing in the middle. Where I feel like you don't want to be either of those things.
No, I never cared about politics ever in my life. I mean, I cared. I thought it was always, I never believed in anybody. I thought the whole system was rigged and fucked and it was all theater.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, and I'm surprised. But you know what the problem is? Not that it's a problem, but I think Trump came along and did that theater better than anybody.
Oh, well, he's a fucking performer.
He got people because, like, you know, it's like if you're.
He
I
didn't
don't know.
fake it. He didn't fake the role. Do
No,
you know what I mean?
he doesn't
just-
play
yeah,
politics. He plays politics, but he doesn't play politics. He makes political moves, but he doesn't know how to be a politician when he speaks.
Yeah. There's no, we're like, if you
Well-
told me right, like whether you're for Trump or not, and you know, people will argue this, whatever. Like, if you tell me right now Biden is speaking, it's like, okay. If you're like Trump is speaking, you're like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
he played the theater of it better than anybody.
I mean, the only one who makes sense if you really pay attention to him. But a lot of people are like, well, I can't listen to him. And I'm
RFK.
like, there's RFK. I mean, if you listen to what he's saying, he's defining exactly what every single problem is.
People write him off before he even opens his mouth.
I know. People don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Which is even more crazy. The
Yeah.
Kennedy legacy, and people are just completely unaware of him. But I think more and more people are getting hip to him. And you guys know that, like, I've been trying to push him out there. Anytime I'm on the news, all they want to do is talk about Trump and Biden. And I'm like, so how come nobody wants to talk about RFK? What's wrong with RFK? What's wrong with RFK? I'll say his name on all the news channels. I don't give a shit.
for it.
But I think people just need to get used to hearing him and seeing him and hearing what he has to say, because he'll actually define what the big problems are, and America doesn't really know what they are.
What I really like about RFK is, like, one of the first times I ever heard him talk, and he does these, 2-3 hour long format podcasts, but like, they asked him a question and he went, I don't know. He goes, I don't know enough about that. I'd have to really look into that to make an informed opinion. And I was like, it opened my eyes so much where I was like, I haven't heard a fucking politician say that in so long. And it's because of this place that we're in, this news cycle, this media, where it's like, he doesn't even know this. Like,
well, he's not a politician.
But I'm just saying, everything with the media is a gotcha. So if you're a politician, they're definitely trained to go like, hey, if you don't know something, just fucking, this is how you, if they ask you a question and you don't know the answer, this is how you switch it back to something else. Somebody I mean, if you watch Mike Pence speak, you could ask him, like, what color are these walls? And he'd be like, I'm so glad you asked, because the way I feel about this country, and like just totally and I think politicians are trained when they don't have an answer to make you feel secure in some other way. But what made me feel secure was RFK going like,
his honesty.
I don't know. He was like, I don't know. I'd have to look into that. And it's like, wow.
I love that. Anybody who doesn't try to, like, I have the answer. I always say this to Blackjack, my son. I'm like, the more you learn, the less you're going to know. You have to keep remembering that. Like, you're not, you're not the smartest person in the room all the time. Whoever thinks they're the smartest person in the room is an idiot.
I always say I've actually never felt more safe or secure until I settled into the fact that I'm always willing to have my mind changed.
Me too.
I'm flexible. I'm open. I want to hear. Like, I will never, ever, ever a day in my life ever feel like I know it all, and I never want to.
I love you.
But I mean that. Do you know what I mean? Because it really,
nobody says that anymore, and I love that.
But it closes you off from like your whole life if you're not that way.
I agree.
And they talked about that with RFK, where RFK like changed his opinion on stuff, and they're like, look at this, look at what you said 6 months ago, and this, and he's like, there's other information I can't, but you can't.
Yes.
Everything's a fucking gotcha. That's
Exactly.
all they want. So it's like these guys are now have to be trained, and it's the same way. Like if you look at like the really, really successful people on YouTube, you know what I mean? Like the people where like if you're not signed into YouTube and you just open a random YouTube, like those people on that page, like they're trained to be able to, like, anything you say, like morph it into some weird thing where it's almost like this, they hypnotize you back into being like, no, and they're saying something and you're like, instead of being like, hey, you didn't just answer my question, most people go, oh, I feel good right now. Like you're making me feel secure and safe, and it's
Anyway, back to OnlyFans. That was my American dream. That was my way to free myself from the insanity of what was happening. And then I put a picture of myself up in a bikini. I've never. If you look at my Instagram, there's no selfies. There's no bikini shots. I mean, only in the last, I don't know, however long I've had this OnlyFans page. Oh no, it's not even a year.
Wow.
I did it a year ago. I did it in August. I took my family on a vacation. I invited their friends. I invited my boyfriend's friends, and I paid for everything. And I maxed out my credit cards, and I said, we're going to lose everything. Let's just have a good time.
Where'd you go?
We went to Tahoe because that was all we could really afford. And it was, we rented the cheapest house.
That's such a, like, who you are that, like, is why I love you. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm going broke.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
It's just so, instead of sitting there fucking crying and wow.
Oh, I did enough of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying
I have
that,
a lot of respect for you.
Yeah,
I really
that
do.
is just,
thanks, guys.
I love that very irresponsible choice you made.
So irresponsible, even Christmas. But I remember my parents telling me that when they were going broke, they would just take the credit cards and just buy everything for the kids, and then they'd fucking claim the card stolen or some shit. I don't even know if they did that. I mean, they were Italian. There was some mafia elements to the world there, but I don't know if they ever did that. But I know they maxed out the credit cards. They sold all their. My grandmother sold all her jewelry to give my dad money to just do Christmas, whatever. So, yeah, it was. I put that one picture up and it went crazy.
So you put it up at first on your Instagram only.
Yes.
And
Saying
you
that my
this
page is open now. I got approved
You
by
said, hey,
OnlyFans.
my OnlyFans is open. Come get some. Yeah.
But it wasn't. I didn't think anybody would. I didn't think the public would know. I don't know how I thought it was
What
going to
do
work.
you mean?
I didn't. It didn't connect. I didn't connect the dots that people were
Would talk
going,
about it.
No.
Right.
I thought the
what happened?
OnlyFans culture would gravitate towards it.
Because
and
the
it would be a
OnlyFans
slow
culture,
burn.
what? It's like personal. It's private, right? It's not.
I mean, it's porn.
Is it? Is it mostly porn?
It's
No.
personal, it's private, it's porn. It's the
I
three
think
Ps.
that. Well, I think there are
Porn
a few
is
actors
personal and
before
private,
me that did it
Right.
that were not doing porn. Like Bella Thorne in the pandemic made like $23 million
Doing what type of photos?
doing what I'm doing, but she's even sexier because she's young and she's nuts and she's wild.
I'd be
and
hard
she's,
pressed to say.
You're
many
nuts,
people are
too.
Sexier
Yeah,
than
but
me.
I was always shy. I mean, I'm now, because I'm out of the closet with all this stuff, my personality now has to be this person who's out there talking about everything. And I care so much about this country
I know.
and about the future of what's going to be that I don't even feel like it's me doing this half the time. Even, not OnlyFans, but the OnlyFans thing was, in some ways, a weird political statement on my part, which was, I guess it's time to get really fucking uncomfortable having your freedom. And that was an uncomfortable thing for me to do. To take my clothes off. Like, if you see, I never was that character. Even on The Sopranos, they put me in my underwear all the time, and I had to act in my underwear. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated being in my underwear. I never did nudity ever on any show. I don't have selfies of myself on my Instagram where I'm in a bikini, like loving myself and feeling myself, you know. And if I did put something up like that, it was either like a favor or I was promoting something,
Right.
but it was never gratuitous. Now I'm just fucking taking photo shoots and garter belts and with chicks.
Do you
and
feel a little liberated doing it though? You should.
I'm getting kind
I
of
had
horny.
to make my
Oh, yeah, it's just- yeah.
I had to make my peace with it. And I had to give myself the narrative that this is the only way I can fight for my freedom right now, and that's basically to be naked. And to be naked with my beliefs and my politics and what I want for my kids' future. And I think that people are so afraid right now to speak their minds. And I guess it's like an artistic statement on I went to the Statue of Liberty. I haven't put these pictures out yet. In the freezing cold, in 20 degrees. And I was going to take off all my clothes. I took off my clothes, but we almost got arrested. Like so many times. We brought all this Italian food with us. It was so crazy, but they kept finding knives in everything. Like, 'cause, you know, I always have a knife on me everywhere I go
Yeah.
because I can't carry a gun.
Your
But-
son's outside doing the butterfly knife.
yeah, he worked, and he has a real live blade now. On his 13th birthday, he got a real live blade, and because he
Nice.
wants to compete
He's a man.
with it.
How do you compete
He's not
with
allowed.
it? What does that mean?
He's like an artist with the butterfly knife. Like it's
Wow.
like nunchucks. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of stuff. So he's been training with the fake knife for like 4 years, maybe, or 3 years. So for his 13th birthday, he got a real blade. But he's not allowed to take it anywhere except to practice at home. So he doesn't have it with him here, but he's like, you should have let me bring that to New York so I could walk around the streets with it. I'm like, motherfucker, somebody will kill you with that knife. No, mommy has the knife, and I will kill somebody if they get in your face.
Would you feel confident and know what to
I've
do?
been assaulted so many times in my life. Oh, yes.
Your
I
adult
mean,
life?
Yes.
Our set was crazy.
All of those stories, by the way, now I'm jumping around, where they didn't want to tell Tony Soprano about certain things because he would kill
would-
kill
he
them.
would take his
So that was
actions.
my family.
Right.
Like there were things that happened to me growing up that my mom never told my dad because she knew he'd go to jail.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
of course. That
they would
happened in
just
my family
they
too.
would
Yeah.
move. They'd move to another. You know, we moved from Queens into Manhattan. Like she was always just pulling me around because I would get fucking psychos even before Sopranos.
So can we do something for fun? Since to give people a taste of what your OnlyFans is like, we can't show the pictures here, but can you show us some of the best pictures and we'll get our reaction? You have them on there, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to pick up? Want me to get some of the girls?
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Let's go the best.
Do you guys know who? Do you guys watch The Housewives?
Yes.
I don't watch
Yeah.
any
Yes.
of them, so I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know who Leah McSweeney is? Okay.
Oh, you're doing girl
My
on girl.
tiki
You're doing
torch queen.
You're doing girl on girl collabs.
Yes, because
Oh, we are switching this pot up. Okay, let's get
Blackjack
Okay.
in
You wanna take your
Alabama. My
sweatshirt
kids are
off?
out there. I'm sorry,
yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
really sorry,
wait,
but they know.
They know who their
Before
mama
you
is.
start, your son was outside saying he edits your OnlyFans photos.
Oh yeah, he's like, so
Yeah,
what do you
so
want me to do with the bikini line here?
Yeah, so you don't have to apologize to them, I don't think.
No,
I love
but they
it.
don't see the girl shots. But I do go over that with them before I ever put them out. I was like, "Are you okay with this?" Because it's like if I were to do it in a movie, because I would make out with girls in movies all day long before
What
I'd even make out with
movies are
boys.
names but really I think the same
Download
way
for the plane?
the same way that you tell to have these conversations with your kids, I think you need to call me before you do it also,
'Cause you're my
I
kid.
just want to
You're my
hear
eldest.
it. Yeah, I just want to hear it.
I'll
guys are
give
a
you his
baby.
honest.
Maybe I'll throw some tips. Let's
But
see.
are you older than my boyfriend now?
My next I'm gonna be 40 at my next birthday. I think we're the same age, right?
I think he might. Wait, you guys have the same birthday. No.
Same
you?
name,
Didn't we
same
figure
birthday.
it
Say,
out?
come on, she's in love with the
Wow.
kid. Okay, you gotta. It's
Wait
all
a
right.
second. When's your birthday? March
2nd.
Oh, he's March 12th.
Wow.
You are older.
I'm older than your boyfriend. You scumbag. Wow, you did it.
But you know what's
She's on
funny?
OnlyFans.
You
Her
did it.
boyfriend's younger
You
than
loved me
You're-
when we were kids.
Oh.
But I didn't realize, like, I thought I was this adult to you guys. When I saw that movie last night,
You were a kid.
I was
Yeah.
a baby.
Yeah. See,
I
people
was
always
a
thought I was in love
baby.
with her. Like now they say must have been in love with her. They
Of
didn't know I was in love
I
with
know.
you.
You weren't really in love with me. You were a horny
I mean,
I mean, it was,
toad.
Yeah.
listen, we had one issue, me and you, and it was that you didn't shave your armpits.
Oh, I still don't.
I know it. It's a big fucking problem. And listen, sometimes a girl doesn't shave her armpits and you catch it, but it's on you because you're looking and you see up the sleeve. You would wear the craziest shirts of all time that were like barely there and just fucking hair.
But they would make you shave it for the show?
I would shave for the show. Now they just black it out in OnlyFans pictures because you
Oh
can
my
do
God.
that
Just
now.
shave your pits, dude.
I shave sometimes for my photo shoots
Come
and shit.
on. All right, so
But I
that's-
don't have
let's
that
see
much
the photos.
hair anymore. I'm old.
JB really wants to see these photos.
I do.
Okay, I know.
Shit.
I
Hold on,
don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have to
care.
get into a fucking Dropbox to get the real deal pictures.
Oh, we're getting into a
I'm
Dropbox,
going
huh?
into
Wow.
fucking Dropbox
Breaking out
'cause
the Dropbox.
Let's go in the
I
vault.
think
Okay.
I think I have to do them. They're really fucking racy though, man.
That's
They're
Great.
They're really.
I'm
racy.
okay with
I
that.
might not be naked in this one myself, but other people might be.
You feel uncomfortable over there, Zolo?
You feel good? Hold on. Oh shit, these are pictures.
Holy
of-
shit! It's been 45 minutes already.
It has.
I feel like we started talking fucking 10 minutes ago.
Come on.
We've talked about a lot of things.
Jeez.
I didn't even know if
Holy
just,
shit.
time just flies.
Okay, wow.
OnlyFans edits. No, that's not right. Those are videos.
we could edit, we could edit out.
Those
if
are
there's
the
a
videos.
Do you post videos too?
I post some. I think the fans like the videos even more. You know,
Of
because I
course.
just get stupid with people, and I go live and I talk to people, and
You
So
talk to people
fans-
one on one.
When you're on OnlyFans, though, they can't save it or is there a thing that they can't save it or screen record it?
they
Like
do,
to
and they
do.
try to put it out there, and it's.
But they're
this
really
is-
good at keeping
By the
it
way,
off
this is
compared
a
to other
blackjack
stuff.
edit.
Wow, that's beautiful.
You can show that on there.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
yeah, if you want, yeah. We
He's
can
like,
show
wow,
it on
that's
there.
you. Doesn't
That's
even look like it.
beautiful.
We're switching
Oh,
up the
wait.
pod, baby. We're a
let's
whole
look,
new
look,
pod.
Look at my
Little
outfit.
hair.
New game.
There's no
Aw,
hair.
Come on. What are you
There's
doing with
nothing
that?
there. It's a little. It's
Little
just
stubble.
This, and we were allowed to show that this is one of my son's
Yeah,
edits.
of course you can show that.
You're
That's
gonna
beautiful.
send that to.
That's
you
one
wanna
of my
you wanna
son's
show it
edits.
there. Or we could also just put it in later at a later date.
But where the fuck? Let's see. See, it's gonna be hard for me to find these. Maybe I can get right into. Oh no, I can't get. See, we sell those pictures. So even if I went to my OnlyFans page, those pictures would be in my vault, and I wouldn't know how to do it from my phone.
Such a OnlyFans girl over here.
I
Those would be in my vault.
In my vault.
What? Do you have any of the Statue of Liberty pictures?
Oh yeah.
You gotta have. pictures. I mean, what
I
OnlyFans
do.
girl
I'm
doesn't
waiting.
have pictures of herself?
I can't find them because I have so many photo
I
shoots
just called
that
you an
we did.
OnlyFans girl. That's great.
So
That's
do you
me.
make money only on new subscriptions?
I think I do better. No, messages and subscriptions.
do
I
they
DM
request what they want?
everybody. Yes. Yeah, I'll get customs like Cameo.
Got it.
What's the
I don't
craziest
mind.
request you ever got?
When people want like a 3-minute foot video. To me, that's weird.
They want you like eating pasta with your feet.
No, it's when they give you a time for
Like
the
a
video.
specific amount. Oh, so that they
I'm
can
like,
jerk
I love
off.
how
wow,
like
so you-
that's what weirds us out. Not
So
that
you're
they wanna
gonna-
Well,
see
they know
your
how much
feet,
time it's
they-
going to take for them
Yeah,
to get off.
and me and my son, make,
wow,
the
you're
kids,
smart.
like
that
we'll-
says a lot about Cutter.
we
3
laugh
minutes, dude?
about that shit.
Damn.
You know, it's so weird. Hold on, where is?
Don't laugh at your fans.
I know. No, I don't because I talk
Just
to
the
them
ones
all,
who
and I
want
love.
the
But
feet
I'll
videos.
joke
Do you have
around
like regulars
with
that
them.
you're like, you like?
Do you want to just give me your phone? I mean,
It's so hard to find. You guys might want to ask me other questions while I'm looking. You know what? You know where
I
it
haven't
is?
seen him this worked up in a long time.
it's been a while,
You
guys.
really
Give
want
him
to see
a
them?
photo.
Wait, where were they? They're on my computer. I'm
What
having
is
such
she
a hard
on?
time.
What is she?
Do we need to call in
Sopranos edits.
What
Oh
is
yeah,
she
Blackjack
looking at?
might have them. Wait, AJK. No.
If your kids are watching in the other room, if either of you guys
They're
have her
shaking their
OnlyFans
head right
photos, we are
Help us out, guys.
Some people in this room
Oh,
are desperate
okay,
to
here we
see.
go.
them.
Oh, here we go.
all
We
right,
got
we got
one,
something.
we
We
got
got something.
Wait, let's see.
Nope.
Let's see. Hold on, these might not be edited. Oh, what the
It
fuck?
doesn't matter if it's edited. We're not showing
Oh.
that. You're just showing the two of us.
Okay, here.
Okay. Oh.
All right, guys.
Oh, that's so
Wait, there's-
pretty.
This is great for the audio
There
listeners.
really is a naked one in here.
We'll
so
edit
I
for
can't-
audio.
Okay, there we go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, let me see
That's
that.
you better not hold my phone, motherfucker. I don't trust you with that phone.
Wow. Oh, what do you mean? Of course you could trust me.
Did you guys just meet or are you friends?
She reached out for me to do a collab with her for her clothing line, which is called Married to the
both
Mom.
look
That's
great.
right. You both look beautiful.
And
This
then
is
I
not racy or offensive. This is beautiful.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, I love doing.
Lock
You
the door,
do?
Zolo.
I do because I'm 52. My body
And look at
fucking
the way
looks
you-
good.
that's
and
right.
they offered me to do an AI.
Are you looking in her butthole in that picture?
I 100% am. I need
That's
to make
show
sure.
Zolo that one.
I had to make sure
she's
that thing was
looking in
shaved.
her butthole.
You know, you can't have
She
a.
shaves her
Shows
butthole.
You got to
show-
make sure she's got a clean butthole. Come on, the
100%.
armpits are one thing, but a fucking messy bush area.
No, Zola, look at this. Not with the camera. I'm saying just you. Look
This
at
oh,
that.
this one we
Just-
can
just
look.
get-
We can all look at this one. This one's not racy.
Oh, okay.
Just looking down the chute.
She's looking in her butthole.
Looking down the barrel.
Yeah.
You got to send that to me so we can put it on the pod.
Okay. I mean, are we allowed? Like,
Yeah,
I
of
just got a
course.
sniff
Wow.
here. I got a little sniff.
Yeah, send that last one to me so we can show them exactly what. And there's no,
Look,
there's no.
I think
there's
it's
no
fun.
You're
nipple.
having a great time.
I just sniffed her butthole.
Those are great. Send those people. Show them to
the kids are in the other room, like,
so
mommy.
you guys do
We'll
is
have to
when you guys
crazy."
do a collab.
Did I mention you should
both
send
make
those
money
to
on
me?
it.
Yes.
You split the money on it.
Yeah, we split the money.
You
And
guys are you're a match. I get
She's-
this collab. She was
she
smart
is
to reach out.
awesome.
She was
So
smart
do
to
you
reach
get?
out.
Are you
Fun.
like when that's over? Are you like horny at all? Are you like that was kind of sexy, or are you just like nope, it's all professional?
I mean, our boyfriends were there.
Oh, they
too.
loved it.
That's not
Oh,
an
look
answer.
at this
They were-
photo.
they were psyched.
Wow.
But she's
Yeah,
like,
now
she's
we're
not
seeing
shy.
tits now.
I'm shy.
So how does she brings this out in you?
I mean, I'm pretty reserved in these pictures, but I am.
Yeah, but
I,
are you playing
she
a
wants
part to
be,
yourself in here?
Yes.
In this? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to be the alpha in the next shoot. I'm like, but that's hard for me. I don't know how to be the lady.
But you didn't answer. So like when this is over.
I don't know how to be the
Oh
lady.
wow, that's a good one.
Is
Wait,
this in her apartment?
So she said that in this picture, she could see my butthole. So she asked for a phone
She's looking
and she
at it.
took a picture of my butthole and sent it to Robbie. Sorry, kids. Kids,
so,
sorry.
So when
Did you
you're-
ever know what your butthole looked like?
No, it's just
Well,
I'm wearing
look
an
at her.
outfit. I'm wearing
You wearing
full
an outfit?
clothes
You are.
here.
You're
You're
like a
fully
cat.
clothed.
You're like a Catwoman
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I'm in
going
an
on.
Could be
outfit
like a
here.
costume.
It's just see through.
Yeah.
For fuck's
What?
sake.
So are but really when you're done with this, are you like I'm kind of horny when you're leaving, or is it professional?
I mean, it's professional. We're wearing high heels.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Full glam.
We were starving. We went down to the restaurant and ate afterwards. All the boyfriends.
Because you don't eat for like
and-
3 days before that to look good in the shoot.
Yeah.
Really?
No. That's the thing. We overeat for the shoots because we look better, bigger.
What?
Otherwise, your boobs
There's
are
nothing
small.
big about the two of you in these photos.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except her boobs.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I keep myself on the bigger side because I'm older and my boobs will hang if they're not huge. My boobs got to be big. You know, my booty's got to be big. So there's going to be a little
Keeps your
bit,
skin
a little bit of
plump, right?
cellulite.
Yeah.
And then we just put a little paintbrush over that and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
over.
Okay.
But it's not a lot of cellulite. I mean, I fucking look good. They offered me to do an AI version of my body and my face, and I would never have to do another
Meaning you
photo
would-
shoot again.
So what do they give for that? Something like, what's that? Is it worth it?
I said no. I was like, I like the idea of having to like keep myself in good shape, and and I like the idea that I walk around set with all these hot chicks, and I'm older than most of them, and I fucking look good.
Good for you.
I like it. So I was like, if I start doing AI, I'm going to lay in my bed and eat fucking chocolate all day and be a fucking mess,
That sounds nice.
you know?
But what's really important is that your body still looks great.
It
Yeah,
doesn't really.
congratulations. That's
Her
It's okay.
ass still looks
I got a good
phenomenal.
butt.
yeah, she's got a good butt. Just to take us out on a positive, happy note, we do something on the show called Memory Lane.
Oh.
We show an old photo from some point in our lives, and we just
We've got two.
and we
Oh,
talk
you guys
about
have a thing here.
and we talk about when it was, where it was, what we were
Look at you
doing.
two.
I love that picture so much. I loved that day.
You
I
look so
loved
beautiful.
That day. No.
It just went out, but yeah,
There
now
it
it's
is.
back. Yeah, that was at the Emmys, right?
Look at your mozzarella face.
You look
Yeah.
so gorgeous, Dre.
No, thanks.
By the way, I-
did
Was
like-
that the year you won?
No, that is the year.
She was wearing
that
a
I
leather
won it.
dress when she
This
won.
was the
Oh,
SAG,
SAG
Awards.
Awards.
I was up
Look
against.
at you with your pin, Robbie.
I know. I was thinking somebody just put that on me right before, and I was high, so I was like, okay. But here's when you
Were
could
you high
tell.
there?
Here's when you could tell my drug usage. Like I'm always
Rob
you
pale.
loves to
handsome.
analyze
I-
memory lanes by what drugs he was using in that
I'm
moment.
always pale, but look at your skin next to
very
mine.
pale.
Then
You're
look at
very
your
pale.
tan, where you see your tan
Is that
lines.
Marcello?
Yeah, Marcello's in the
Yeah,
back.
this is
So
funny.
you see your tan, right? Then you see your tan lines by your boobs, and I'm so much whiter
You're
than that.
You're so much whiter than
You look like a
any
vampire.
person in that photo.
I
He
fully
does look
was.
like Van
I would
Helsing.
sleep every day till 5 p.m., 6 p.m., wake up and
I
just
mean,
do drugs.
I'm pretty sure
you
I was
never saw
doing
the
that back
sun.
then too. Oh no, I was
Never.
doing Joey at that point, so I was working my
No,
balls
yeah,
off.
you look
You look
healthy.
great.
Yeah, you look great.
You
Look
look
how happy
great.
you look too.
So
I
happy.
was happy. I was actually in a fight with Shooter, so I didn't have. He didn't even come with me to the awards. We broke up there.
Oh, so you're trying to make him
It
jealous.
was
with
one
this
of our
photo.
breakup. Yes,
You're trying
right,
to
buddy.
make- Yeah, come here.
Yeah, buddy.
And I had long hair there. That's your
Look
shit.
at those fucking diamonds I'm wearing. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Would you
I love
borrow
But-
that shit?
Yeah, that was
Of
all borrowed.
course.
But
I
that
know, I don't
that award show, there were a lot of great pictures of us all together on the red carpet, and there never really was back then. Maybe I just wasn't a part of it. I was always a little far removed because I never felt like I was really on the show.
That's crazy.
I
I
really
feel like
never
you were
felt like
on
that.
from the first episode to the last.
Yeah.
I always felt like an outsider.
So did
That's
I, though.
crazy.
You
It's
did?
crazy that you guys say that.
I didn't
shit.
even want to go to
I just wasn't a
read-throughs.
self- outsider. I
I'm
just,
so
I was like,
self-conscious.
I just didn't feel worthy of it. I just felt like
Yeah.
I
But
snuck
we didn't
on
even
that
know what
set.
it was yet.
I know.
We didn't even know. We all grew in it together.
Yeah.
But I also didn't feel worthy, so that's why we want to cry
Yeah, but
together.
you got an Emmy, girl.
Do we have another memory lane? I
Dude,
think we got one
there was
more.
no way I couldn't get the Emmy after what they put me through. That role was written for the fucking Emmy. Although I was against people that should have gotten the Emmy.
Where's that?
That was fun. That was at the VMAs.
How long ago was this?
2019.
I love that picture too. I was so skinny.
You
Jesus
looked great.
Christ
That was
almighty.
a great night. They did. So Sebastian Maniscalco hosted the VMAs.
Oh, nice.
Did?
Yes.
I don't even remember.
I
You
bet
see
it was
how
up to
I'm
him.
never anywhere where I am.
Well, because it was in Jersey. The event was in Jersey. He was hosting, and I don't know why. I guess because it was in Jersey, they had us.
the Jonas
present.
Brothers wanted
They
us
asked
to
me
do
to
That's
it.
do
right, the
it.
Jonas
They asked
Brothers.
me to do it. I
Yeah.
said
They
no.
did?
Yeah.
Why didn't you fucking do it, you asshole?
I don't do anything unless T Diddy asks. I say no to everything.
But you would be with your baby.
I just didn't. I just felt it was all fucking like when you say like it just.
Do you
felt
know
like
why
it
I
was all
said
bullshit.
yes to it?
Why?
Because Bama couldn't go to the Grammys with Shooter that year. He was nominated. It was his first year. So I was like, okay, I'll say yes to this to bring these kids to the Grammys. And that was it. I brought the kids to the Emmy,
VMAs.
what is it? What was
MTV
it?
movie,
All of it.
MTV
yeah.
Video
It's
Music
all
Awards.
those. It's the Oscars.
That was what it was. And I had
Yeah.
done it so many times when I was young. So I was like, oh, I got to bring them for this. All the excitement and the
Yeah,
craziness.
I remember it being very like.
I didn't like it.
It's very.
Did you like
electric.
it? I
No,
didn't
it's
like
just
it.
when you walk out. That's why I could never be a musician, you know, or a rock star.
You were.
She is.
But like when you walk out, like to harness a
room
group
like
of
that.
people like that and that much energy,
I know.
like
Yeah.
I felt. I mean, it was wonderful and amazing and cool because you feel love. But like, whoa,
Did you guys ever see when Michael and I hosted the VH1 Awards?
you
No.
hosted it together.
We fucking hosted the VH1 Awards. I was so shy back then. It was the Big in 2002 Awards or some shit
Yeah.
like that. I don't know how I ever said yes to that. I think he wanted to do it because he had bigger balls than me. And I was like, I'm not going to fuck up his chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Of doing
yeah.
something
Fearless,
so
it
big
feels.
like that. And we did it. It was
Wow.
weird.
Weird.
It was weird.
Well, you're the best for coming and
No,
doing
you
this
guys
with
are
us.
that's my
We
favorite
love
podcast.
you.
I know this wasn't a filthy one, guys.
No,
This is
yeah,
a more
we weren't-
serious
we weren't-
podcast.
No, we got to see some.
You got
tits
some
and
tit
ass.
action. You got some
looking at
hot
butt-
tit
it's
action.
Only with Drea can you do a podcast where she's looking in another woman's butthole and she's like, I'm sorry that I wasn't raunchy on this
it's so
episode.
true.
Yeah. She no, listen, you're one of our favorite people to talk to. You're one of
Yeah.
our favorite people to hang out with. You're one of our favorite people to podcast with. Whenever people ask us like, who's your favorite guest, you're always on there.
Oh, this is my favorite podcast.
Love
my
you.
favorite.
We love you.
Thank you. Yeah,
This is
thank
the
you for
easy
doing
one.
this. We
But you still
love
got
you.
me to talk about fucking politics. I said to the kids and to Ginger, I was like, I'm so happy I don't have to talk about politics
Oh,
today.
sorry.
Well, that's you. That you
No,
made that.
but
That's
yeah.
who you are now.
Yeah.
I
you
know.
That's
I'm
right.
a fucking.
That's right.
I'm a. What are they called? I'm a news commentator.
Yeah, you're a news commentator.
I'd watch you.
I don't know. I'm
I would
just a
love to see you as a
fucking
news
idiot.
anchor.
Well, listen. Whenever you come down to Austin, you come hang out with us. We'll do the pod. We'll go eat. We'll do whatever.
Go on a boat.
We'll go on a boat.
Fucking too hot there, kids.
No, we
No,
come
on
like
the water,
October.
yeah.
Too humid.
Come like
Come down,
October.
yeah.
Come hang.
I'm gonna hang out with you while you're here.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
here.
Oh,
take
I'll
you
be
to
jealous.
the motherfucking Hamptons.
Let's go. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Goodbye, guys.